So obviously a pretty busy 24 hours for the club. The Watford director contacted you?
Yeah, so I mean obviously it was really disappointing, you know, I'm not going to lie, because obviously there's been so much been put into the club, volunteers and obviously players and just everything about it, you know, the supporters, and we had quite a few young kids that were going to come down that were Watford fans but lived locally, so they were really excited. Yeah, and you know, we felt like we had to put a statement out as quickly as possible from our side, to obviously let everyone know what the situation was, and you know, and it took off a little bit, and you know, and obviously all the press and that got hold of it. But for us, you know, we would have rather had the game at the end of the day, and everyone had been looking forward to it. So yeah, so it was quite a hectic 24 hours, and then like you said, Andy Scott, who's their director of football, called me this morning and kind of explained the situation, and very apologetic, and you know, and ultimately, you know, they said that, you know, they'll work with the club to kind of look to compensate us and, you know, possibly rearrange the game and all that. So you know, that was good. A bit frustrating that it took so long, because it could have been kind of done and sorted there and then, but you know, you've got to, you know, give them credit, they've made contact, and they will be in contact over the next couple of days, and you know, and that's it now. And it is frustrating, but we've got to, you know, we've got to move on from it, and it is what it is. And you know, and we, you know, that's why we organised the game. You know, it didn't matter almost who we played, because for our preparation we needed a run out. So you know, it's done now, and both clubs can move forward, and you know, and look forward to both our seasons really.
What about the players? Were they disappointed about playing?
Yeah, of course, because you know, anyone that is playing at this level, you know, yes, some of them and a lot of them will have ambitions to move up. Is, you know, and this is the thing. It didn't. You know, we knew it wasn't going to be their first team. We knew that, you know, that it was going to be a young side they bring over, like a lot of the pro clubs do with non-league in pre-season. But they were playing against kind of either first or second year pros and young lads who would have been good, and you know, and they knew that there would have been a bigger crowd down here, and you know, so that's why everyone was looking forward to it. But eventually, you know, they were good as gold, and when they knew that we had a game instead of training, you know, they just kind of got involved with that, and yeah, didn't really have a choice. But it was better than that than kind of not playing at all. So
obviously you said that you would have rather had the game than this, because it's been picked up a bit by the media. It's the headline on BBC Sports as well. But you would rather have the game instead of all this attention?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we're not doing it because we want the club to get attention. We wanted to play the game. Simple as that. The club have paid out a lot of money in things which has been, you know, documented. You don't need to really say much more about it than that. And you know, but of course, yeah, we wanted to play the game, and the only thing we've said is, which we think is fair, is to cover the costs of, you know, what we'd already laid out and what we would have what we have possibly lost. And it's no more or less than that.
Is there anything you want to say, or is there something specific?
No. That's all. I think that's all that needs to be said about it. And like I just said, we've got to. You know, we've had to move on, and we've done that today. You know, Knebworth were, you know, it was a last-minute thing. There was a couple of sides floating about that were in and are in, and they kind of committed. And you know, fair play to them. They knew that they were, you know, a good three or four leagues below, but they saw it as a good opportunity to come and play on obviously a nice pitch and at a good ground. And you know, and you've got to give them a lot of credit for that, because they knew, in hindsight, it would probably be quite a difficult afternoon for them. And at the same time, we knew that, like I said, whether we were playing another pro academy or pro side, or a side at our level, or the one league below or above, or 3 leagues below, that, you know, we needed to use it for certain things to kind of keep our preparation on track.
And on today's game, quite a dominant performance.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult to judge. I mean, I thought Tuesday night, I thought second half we were excellent, and we spoke about, you know, after that game, obviously thinking it was going to be the Watford game, but today, you know, kind of just carrying on that momentum from the second half on Tuesday. And like I said, we've looked at a few things, and we need to kind of keep building on that. And I thought today we did at times. I thought they started really well, but we spoke about, you know, teams that are playing below you, you know, they're gonna start well, and we said kind of get through the first 10-15 minutes, and then I expected us to then dominate the game, which is what we did.
Yeah. Pre-season in general, do you think it's gone well, or?
Yeah, it's been difficult because obviously the league we've gone into, they delayed the start to the 18th, where obviously the South Midlands League, which is the league below us, started today. I think the Bostik League started today, and so it's all been put back. Then we didn't get drawn in the FA Cup, so it's been a long pre-season. It's been mixed. We've looked at different things. We've looked at different players. We've kept a few new ones that we wanted. We've let a few go, unfortunately. And I think it was just about gelling the side together. And I think now in the last, the Hertford game, the Biggleswade game today, I think you can see now that people are starting to gel and people are starting to understand what we want of them and what they need to do in their positions individually and as units. So yeah, I mean, pre-season's pre-season. I don't look into winning like we did 8-0 today or losing 5-3 or whatever we did at Crawley Green. It is about people getting fit and people getting an understanding of their position. So from that side, I think you can't really tell until the season starts whether you've had a good pre-season or not. But fingers crossed. We've got one more game obviously now next Friday at AFC Dunstable, which I believe they beat Hitchin today, so that's going to be a very tough game. But they're a top side in the league we're going into. We finished 4th last year, so that'll be another good test. And then we're a week away from starting the season. So yeah, I think looking back, I think I've probably got to be quite pleased overall. But there's still a lot of work to be done in this next 10 days, well, 2 weeks before the season starts, and hopefully we'll be ready.
In the coming season, do you have any targets or expectations?
I think you've always got to set yourself some targets, but I think this year for us, with it being new, a lot of new grounds, a lot of new players and managers we're up against, and journeys which we haven't had in this league necessarily, maybe 1 or 2. We've got to set ourselves kind of small targets. We can't look any further than that. I mean, do we want to get relegated? No, of course. So the first thing is to make sure we stay in the league. But where I've been here 5 years, we're an ambitious club, and I'm an ambitious manager, and the players are ambitious. So, we want to finish as high as we can, but we can't put ourselves under pressure to say we want to finish, in this position or that position. We've just got to go into each game, find our feet, and it may take us a bit of time. We've got to understand that. We've come off the back of last year, winning pretty much every week, to be honest, and we know that's not going to happen this year, and we've got to prepare ourselves for that. But I think when we get to maybe near Christmas, we can then maybe set ourselves a realistic target, whether it's to secure ourselves in that league, to push into the mid-table, to get into the playoffs. At the moment we don't know. So I think it's better to set ourselves little targets when the season starts, rather than kind of setting a target at the start of the season at the moment.